Hey, Coach. So happy you found us on YouTube. Couple things. First of all, make sure you go subscribe and like. That's really important. Second thing is make sure that you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's a one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's the Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever you want. It's got a little bit of everything, but it's also got a community of like-minded coaches will help you become a better basketball coach. Go over and check it out. Let's head off to the video.
Okay, so today I'm going to talk about some practice thoughts I have had. Um, you know, I love I love practice. Maybe it's because I love teaching too, but um, it's probably my favorite part of basketball because it allows me to develop them both from a philosophical standpoint, from a cultural, from identity, from life lessons. Can I do that in a game? Yes. But practice really defines what we are, who we are, not only as a program, but hopefully as individuals and stuff like that. So I'm going to just give some. I'm going to give some thoughts about practice. I know a lot of us right now are winding down when it comes to practice, but I think it's always an important philosophical thing and a point at which we want to do it. So first of all, you have to be clear and have clarity in your practice intent. What are you trying to get out of? Like I'll give an example. Like tomorrow we play. I'm recording this on a Sunday. We're going to play on Tuesday. So Monday, I have one day. I have to be clear and precise on the specific things that we need to get better at. And so I have to have clarity and I have to have intent. And that's, as part of the teacher, that's part of my job to have that. So that's number one. Number two is it has to translate from practice to games. And there's been lots of written about this. But I think all of that is important as an educator, as a teacher, all of those kind of things. And the next one I would put is you have to communicate and connect. Greeting, and I've talked about this, greeting your players when they walk in, being warm, but being demanding, loving and caring, but have expectations. And I think both of those things is important. Next thing is find solutions. Your team is a horrible three-point shooting team. They won't go to offensive glass, whatever. I think it's our jobs as educators and coaches to find the solutions. And I think practice will inform you, will tell you what you should be doing and what you should not be doing, what you're good at and what you're not good at. I want evolution in every practice. That's a big part of it. And this is just some general thoughts, some practice general thoughts that I have had. And you can agree or disagree. And I'd love to hear people's theories or thoughts on some of these, but every player should feel like they got better. Doesn't matter if it's your best player or worst player. Every player should leave that gym feeling like they got better that day. Like no different than my classroom. I want to feel like when they've left my classroom, they've become better at statistics. Every practice is your clinic. Every practice is the point at which you can experiment, where you can explain, you can teach. And everything you do in practice should add value, whether it's getting free throws, whether it's pre-practice, whether it's post-practice. Everything should add some sort of value. And as a subcategory of this, I think thinking about special situations, out of bounds plays, and I'm working on some really cool stuff with situations. That's the next thing. Another thought that I've had around practice is the player should bring the energy. Sometimes I have to bring the energy, but the players should bring the energy. It's your game day. It's the energy that you bring. It's all those little sound bites. So and I refer to this, not and this is another random thought that I've had. It is sound bites, but it's TikTok. It's quick. It's 30 seconds. It's 60 seconds. It's giving quick feedback and letting them know um, what they're doing well and what they need to improve on. So there's always a life lesson to be taught. There's always a lesson in during practice to be taught. There's always something that we can do in terms of practice. One last thing, last couple thoughts as far as practice goes. Consider the 80-20 rule. And we talk about this in my stats class. We always invest 80% of our time on 20% what's important. So we got to think about, what really wins games, not turning it over, effective field goal percentage, rebound, the factor of 4, those kind of things. What really wins it? You know, you want to do everything. We all lose games and we all win games, but you don't want to lose your team. And I can speak from example. This year, I got a very young team. We've hit a couple streaks where we lost 3 or 4 games when we lost some games, but I didn't lose my team. And you always want to think about that. Especially for the youth coaches that are listening to this, or even the beginning high school coaches. You don't want and I always say this, you never want to be a kid's last coach ever in any situation. Because then it's you want them to love what they're doing. Another thing that I said often is, write things down. I still do. I use Practice Planner Live, and I can give you a discount code for that if you're interested. But I still do paper practice plans because I'm always writing things down. I always have my little black notebook with me, and I think it's important. As I'm coming to the sunset of my coaching career, I have a lot of gratitude for all the time I've spent in that gym. I'm enjoying every road trip. I'm enjoying every game. I'm enjoying every experience I have with my players because I love them, and it's what I do. So they're just some thoughts as far as practice and practice planning goes. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe and like. Go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.